I posted to Instagram about my table saw blade being misaligned with the miter slot, and I had a few requests to make a video on how to correctly align the blade. So here it is. You don't need any specialty tools to do this. You could do this with a combination square, but I just feel like it was always hard for me to do it like this. I could never get it completely accurate. So I decided to pick up this Align It kit, and it's a dial indicator that has these bars that go into the miter slot, and you run it along the miter slot and you could see how far off your blade is misaligned. Let me show you how I do it. The first thing that I do is raise the blade all the way up, and then I back it off about like an 1/8 or 1/16, just slightly lower. I take the dial indicator and put it in the miter slot, and I make sure it's not sliding from side to side or back to front. I put it up against one of the, close to the tooth but not on the tooth. I'm going to make a mark on the blade so that I know which tooth I'm going to reference. When I move the indicator onto the blade, you see the needle starts to move. And when you look at the face, you see there's all these numbers. You want to move the face so that the needle is on the 0. And then you lock it down. So I don't want to just slide the indicator along the miter slot. I want to reference off of this spot on the blade. So I move the indicator, and then I rotate the blade to that spot that I had marked with the marker before. You can see that it had moved away from the 0 line, very, very small amount. And this is really insignificant. This probably wouldn't make a big difference with my woodworking, but I'll tell you where it's a problem. It's a problem with my crosscut sled. My sled uses the miter slots in the table saw to run along, so if the blade starts to move out of alignment, it starts to open up the kerf in the bottom here, and then it's no longer 0 clearance. I noticed that I needed to check the alignment of the blade because I started to notice that the blade was no longer running straight into this kerf. Also, I worked really hard to get this front fence perfectly square to the blade. So if the blade starts coming out of alignment, then my cuts will no longer be perfectly square. So now I've unplugged the saw and I turned it around so you're looking at the back of it. The blade housing has these 2 hex bolts that are holding it into place to the entire saw. This particular saw, I don't know how your saw works, it probably has something similar. So you have to figure out which direction you need to move the whole housing. You could do that by gently pressing on the blade, on the dial indicator, and you'll see when it's going towards the 0. So mine needs to move a little bit to the right. So I'm going to unscrew, these hex bolts just a bit. And now I know this looks like it's crazy, but I'm going to take a mallet and I'm going to bang the whole carriage until the dial indicator is actually past the 0 a little bit. Tap it in. The reason why I'm going past the 0 is because I have found that when I tighten the bolts on the whole carriage, it tends to slightly move. So I'm kind of like counteracting that beforehand. Now before tightening it down, I just do some test passes to see if I'm good. And here it's on 0 at the front. And it's a little past the 0 at the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this down. I didn't get it far enough past the 0 that I wanted. I'm gonna show you when I lock down the nut how the needle moves. See? See how that's moving slightly as I'm locking it down? So I'm gonna go ahead and redo this until I get it perfect. All right, so I think I got it pretty near perfect. Here's the back of the blade, it's on 0. Rotate and 0. Perfect. So that's how I align my table saw blade. I hope this was helpful, and I hope I don't have any more problems with my crosscut sled. I actually in the future want to create a removable insert for my crosscut sled just to deal with this problem so I don't have to adjust it so much. And if you don't want to spend money on something like this, because it is a little bit pricey, you can make one on your own. You can buy this dial indicator on Amazon, which isn't so expensive. I'll put the link down below. And just make your own crossbars to run along the miter slot and the blade. Totally fine. I decided to purchase it, but you could decide to make it. So I hope this was helpful, and now I'm gonna go work on some projects. Oh, I worked really hard to get this back fence parallel to the not parallel, perpendicular